First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low Nose Boxing. So you already know what to do. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I'm halfway to my goal, 1,000 subscribers, and I'm almost monetized. Let's get me to the goal. Let's make it happen. 2024. Let's get it. Anyway, I want to talk about Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias right now is a hot topic in boxing. And I also want to talk about a potential super fight somewhere down the road between Subriel Matias and Teofimo Lopez. That's a fight that could be a unification or possibly an undisputed, depending on what these fighters do by the time they face off. Like I mentioned in previous videos, Subriel Matias is a fighter that's developing a cult-like following. He has a very large fan base. The Puerto Rican fan base is really backing his play. Puerto Rico's been so hungry for a world champion from Puerto Rico for a long time. Subriel Matias also has a Mexican fan base because Subriel Matias actually trains in Mexico and has that type of fan-friendly style that the Mexicans love. And Subriel Matias also has an African-American fan base as well. So with that being said, Subriel Matias and Teofimo Lopez is a big pay-per-view bout somewhere down the road, either the end of 2024 or sometime in 2025. Now, Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias, neither one of those fighters have headlined pay-per-view yet. Teofimo Lopez is the only one that's headlined his own main event, but he hasn't headlined a pay-per-view. Me personally, I feel that Teofimo Lopez can use a better team to handle his the negotiations for his fights, so he can get paid what he deserves. However, Teofimo Lopez does have a venue on reserve, which is the Sphere, the MSG Sphere in Las Vegas, Nevada. Apparently for February 2024 Super Bowl weekend. I don't know who the opponent is going to be, but hopefully it's somebody that's going to be somewhat of a draw, so Teofimo Lopez can get paid what he deserves, so that fight can possibly be on pay-per-view. If not on pay-per-view, at least that fight can sell. I'm thinking somebody like a Jose Ramirez, and I'm thinking realistically, because Ryan Garcia, I don't think that fight is going to happen due to the low ball offer that he presented Teofimo Lopez. I would like Regis Prograis, Devin Haney winner for Teofimo Lopez in February, but 2 months, that's a quick turnaround, and Regis Prograis and Devin Haney are in a tough fight. I believe whoever wins that fight is going to come out of that fight with some type of damage, so I don't think 2 months is going to happen for either of those two guys. Now, Subriel Matias, in my opinion, Subriel Matias needs to be marketed in New York City. He needs to have a fight with somebody that's respected, a real quality opponent. Even though he's defeated 5 undefeated fighters in a row, Subriel Matias needs to defeat somebody who the fans consider as a viable threat. Which brings me to Richardson Hitchens. There's rumors circulating that Matchroom has offered Subriel Matias a 3-fight deal, and they want to see they want to put a Subriel Matias versus Richardson Hitchens bout. Now, I'm not trying to show off my artwork. I'm just moving around. Anyway, there's talk of Subriel Matias versus Richardson Hitchens in Puerto Rico, but from what I heard, Richardson Hitchens doesn't want to go through with that fight due to some type of weight stipulation that they have in Puerto Rico. So in my opinion, that's a fight that needs to be in New York City. Forget about Puerto Rico. Put Richardson Hitchens versus Subriel Matias in New York City, Madison Square Garden, June, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. Richardson Hitchens presents a tough challenge for Subriel Matias because he's a slick boxer. He's a trash talker as well, and he's from New York City. So this will be sort of like Subriel Matias, Zab Judah. What Zab Judah was to Miguel Cotto. This will be Subriel Matias' Zab Judah to Miguel Cotto. This is a fight that will make Subriel Matias a household name, depending on if he wins and how he wins. So going into a potential Teofimo Lopez bout, Subriel will have a quality fighter under his belt in Richardson Hitchens. Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias, somewhere down the road, let's say Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, June 2025, or let's say late 2024, Madison Square Garden, the big room, that's a tremendous fight. Very interesting contrast of styles. I can see where both guys could win that fight. Subriel Matias is a come-forward fighter, but he's not the typical come-forward fighter that just gets hit all night long. Now, don't get me wrong, he does get hit, because when you fight that aggressive, you're going to get hit. However, Subriel Matias is not a punching bag. He's not like a Brandon Reels, or if y'all remember Yuri Boy Campus from the 90s, he's not that type of guy that's just going to come forward and get hit in order to give his shots. Subriel Matias has very subtle defense. He moves his head. He has athletic upper body and waist movement. He knows how to slip punches, and he uses his backhand to catch punches while he's coming in. And he also catches and shoots as well. He got fast hands. He's a very good inside fighter from what I see. Kind of remind me of a Edwin Valero, or like a poor man's Roberto Duran. And I say poor man, not in no disrespect. I just say that because Roberto Duran is extremely talented and skilled. But Subriel Matias has knocked out everybody he faced. And even though he has a 100% knockout ratio, personally, I don't think Subriel Matias is a bigger puncher than Teofimo Lopez. Because even though he has 19 or 20 knockouts under his resume, his stoppages have come more from accumulation, more from the fighters being broken down or the corner stopping the fight. I don't really see too many one-punch, like explosive knockouts on his record. Like Teofimo Lopez, when he knocked out Richard Comey, he had him rolling all over the ring. Like Gervonta Davis, when he knocked out Mario Barrios and he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Like the way Teofimo Lopez knocked out Mason Menard. Like the way he knocked out Diego Magdaleno. I don't see those type of flashy, explosive knockouts on Subriel Matias' record. I don't see that. I see him breaking dudes down systematically. And I also see his style playing against him, against Teofimo Lopez, because Lopez is a slick boxer who fights very well off the back foot. So he can catch Subriel with punches coming in. However, if Teofimo does gas out and Subriel Matias is able to take the power, then that could be a whole different ball game. Nevertheless, that's an incredible fight that we need to see. That's a fight that I'm looking forward to somewhere down the road. Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias. So with that being said, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave a comment, because Low Nose Boxing, I'm out.